and you need to know you've been a good friend, the best friend I will ever have. I love you so much. Like, you never know. I do love you.
I know.
I had to prepare my phone. I knew I was going to fall out the minute I picked the microphone.
We all knew
and
that.
I did. Please say something. I think Brian wants to say something as well. Yes, Brian, you do.
No, I really didn't plan anything. Of course, we all know that we're going to miss Jason tremendously, and he's been a huge part of the restaurant. I think everyone in this room, and probably some people that couldn't even make it, have been touched by Jason and his being part of the Grill 23 family and beyond that. So we do have something for you. Of course, I don't know what it is, but it seems like on that table over there. But we love you, Jason. We're going to miss you a lot.
All your stuff, kitchen, wait staff, busboys, bartender, everybody, yes. You said you didn't want to give unless it was Rolex. He did say that. So,
I said that to you privately.
so it's not Rolex, but it's pretty close to it. So on behalf of all of us, thank you very much.
And it's gorgeous. And it's not a chihuahua. And it's gorgeous, and I'll wear it every day for the rest, as long as it works. Okay. Oh, I have to say something?
Anybody would like to say something?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Joseph.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, anybody else? Mr. Van Taylor?
Teach me the ropes about life, professional life, personal life, how to dress, how to just be a human. And I owe him everything that's to come in my life is due to Grill 23, due to everyone in this room, due to Jason in particular for taking a kid off the street that didn't belong at Grill 23 and kind of teaching him how to belong. So I love him to death, and I think he's one of the most amazing people in the world. And I think beyond that, Grill 23 what it is, worked in a lot of restaurants. Grill 23 is a family. There's no other restaurant in the world like Grill 23 because everybody cares about everyone, like brothers, like sisters, dad, dads. But I think that really speaks to what Jason and Yannick have done at Grill 23 over the last odd years, is they've created a family that is bonded together and is able to do amazing things. And that is because of you two and what you guys have done. And I don't think there will ever be a restaurant like Grill 23, like the staff at Grill 23. So I really think that's credit to you, and I love you.
So on that long line, I firmly agree with Van. It is, I think a lot of the front of the house is people who come from, they're just very well seasoned. They have a lot of years of experience. Some are managers, or have been managers and so forth. We're just a lot of knowledge and experience in the front of the house. And that aside, there's a bunch of us who've gone through a lot of personal issues such as divorces or anything with financial instability and so forth. And it's really cool to have a GM that that sits down, listens to you, talks to you as a human being. I mean, he'll still fire you the next day. He really makes you, he's helped me a lot personally, and I know there's a good handful out there that he's touched as well, and definitely along that line, Grill 23 is just an amazing place, beautiful people, we're all family, and it's going to be like we're going to be a brother is going to be gone, so it's going to suck, but good luck. I love you.
Everything's coming out now. Everything's coming out.
I don't need to tell everybody how much I love this guy. I think everybody knows. So, but it's one funny thing that happens to me. Right after I started Grill 23, he hates doing buckets. So every Thursday, he used to take late tables, and I'm new, and I'm like, what the fuck this faggot is, man? not only did he take late, but he was like, closing time. Yes, I want to get the hell out of there so I can go out. You know, I'm 19 years old, you know. So it took me a while to like this guy. This is fun. It was one day I used to clean the chandelier. Years after that.
Yeah.
And it was like
We were
12.
friends at this stage, yes.
Yeah. It was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock afternoon.
And I showed up to get an envelope.
You were like in the podium.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, the whole chandelier fall on me.
He's on the
And
ladder,
I'm on top of the ladder.
15 feet up,
Yeah.
holding a chandelier like this, alone in the restaurant. I happened to show up on my day off to get an envelope out of the safe back when I was at whatever, but I had an envelope. And so
You
I
came
look,
in like,
and I
"Oh."
look at him, and he's holding the safe, the chandelier. We told
And he
the
said,
rest.
I don't think you're supposed to take that off.
It's the one that
It's
was
true,
up.
it's true, it's true. Yeah.
Don't spin the chandelier.
Yeah.
He spun it.
That's one of the things. I could stay here and talk for hours. Oh, this guy. He's a great guy, great friend, great boss. You know, I'm not a good speaker. I'm just on
So far you are.
I will miss you, and I hope you won't be stranded.
I won't.
Okay?
So I knew I was going to have to. You know, it's funny. You have a job for 16 years, and to an extent, it's a job. And you go to work every day, and people come and go. You know, and as I look around the room, many of you have come and gone, but you're all here, and that's the most important thing. I've received numerous texts and emails and phone calls from former employees that haven't been able to be here, but, you know, being the general manager of Grill 23 sort of fell into my lap when it happened, and I was lucky that my predecessor left, or I would have been the GM of Grill 23.
Here, here.
Well put, Mr. Baker. I'll tell you a story later. But you know, as you go along, you know, 12 years ago, I've been at Grill 16 years, 12 years is 11 to 12 years, it's debatable when it actually occurred. But as general manager, you have to look at the people that you work with every day, and you have to understand what's important. And what's important is the people. Because you're working every day with these people, you know, from bussers to cooks to dishwashers to managers to waiters to, you know, everybody in the building, to the guy that cuts the fish up, you know, and there's so many names to remember, and that's my hardest thing to do is remember everyone's name. Because a very wise man said to me once, you know, no matter how big of a place you work in, know everybody's name. And I strive to do that. I'm still, you know, there was a new cook the other day. I'm like, oh my God, who's this guy? And I introduced myself, and okay, his name is, what's his name? Alex. Is his name. And you know, you have to. It's those little things that count. When you're running a business, you need to do those things. And I've been blessed to have had a great partner. He's not here right now, and Jay Murray. Many years ago, you know, we all know Jay's a little eclectic. But you know, Jay's a great guy, and he's a great chef. And I couldn't have asked for a better partner to run this business with for the last 12 years. And he has been and will be a good friend. And as has been said already, my partner in running the business, Yannick, you know, yes. How many people get to go to work every day and work next to their best friend? Nobody gets to do that. I have been blessed. I didn't like him at first. I seriously didn't like him at first. He was obnoxious, he was French, he wouldn't talk to any French. But somewhere along the way, something happened, and I don't know, we became friends, and it was weird. And, you know, how does this French guy and this gay guy that lives in Addlesnore end up becoming best friends? Who the hell knows? It makes no sense at all. But we did. And together we ran a business for 12 years. And in those 12 years, we've cultivated the family. And, you know, some might call it mom and dad syndrome. You know, many of you have played us, mom against dad, and God love you for doing it. And many of you have worked it very well. You know, but we've done so, and we've, you know, from our customers to our employees, we've created a family. And, you know, we wouldn't be what we are without everybody that's here. And I've gotten a lot of support from everybody, and when I've been planning this move for a year and a half, which is a long time, and I've been talking a long time, so I'm going to cut it short here. But what I didn't want to happen was tonight, but Yannick convinced me I would be a douchebag if I didn't allow it to happen. And he was right.
Yeah.
And he was right. So I'm glad it hasn't happened, and I'm not a douchebag. And thank you, all of you, for everything you've meant to me in my life. You know, just having worked with every one of you, having, you know, you allowed me to be a part of your family has meant so much. And from Yannick to Alex to Felicia to Brian to Iceland to Scott to Kitty to Alex and Adam and everybody in this room, and Josephine, who I've known 20 some odd years, which is ridiculous. I've known Josephine longer than I've known my husband, I think. And Felicia, I've known you longer. You know, to have you in this room means so much, and to have the youngins, you know, names Willie and Jose and Pablo and Van and